Hello and welcome back. If you watch this video, you're probably a bit more interested in puzzle design and want to see what secrets are in here. I have worked many hours designing this puzzle, a lot of redstones made, and done so much in just survival mode. So it's taken quite a long time. But I'd like to share some puzzles with you just to discuss this topic because I think it's extremely exciting to talk puzzles. If you have played lots of Zelda or games like that, you might be familiar with puzzles and like them yourself. Maybe you are a puzzle designer in Minecraft or other games as well. So we will head up to one of the first puzzles. And in this room, you control everything through the control room. And the first thing you see are 3 Roman numerals, 1, 2, and 3, and some levers in a initially locked position. So this is what you start with, and you have no idea how to solve this, but the solution is actually to put this in the right way. And is that really a puzzle? Yes, because you will find some of these numerals scattered around this area, and unlit redstone torch. So if you have a friend in the control room and say, I'm trying the combination 3 right now, and as soon as the right combination is on, this light will turn on and you can tell your friend that, oh, that combination is correct. And you do that for all of the 3 different numbers. So we, for instance, have, I've taken away this door for now, number 1 here, and number 2 you have to go a bit deeper down the water here to see it. So that's the first thing you have to solve. So we're gonna head down to the next part where there are lots of parts of the sewers to explore. I'm not gonna go through this part because it's not so much puzzly as explory, but we are gonna cheat our way through into the spoiler room and see what this puzzle is about. And the first thing you will see is 3 colored levers that are heat regulators. So if you pull them up, they are turned off. And the whole puzzle is about lighting these torches. Since they are already lit, I have to make them not lit. So now the puzzle is reset. And the hints will tell you to look at these colors. So you see the first torch that you need to light up is green. And that means that you have to activate only the green heat regulator here. And find your way all the way up here and press the button. And now the green torch is lit. But what about the magenta one? So we don't have any magenta levers in this room. So the whole tricky bit here is to realize that both blue and red at the same time will count as magenta. So turn off the green one and light the blue and red. And when you do the heat check control, we will see if the magenta lights up now. And it does. So now we have successfully completed the boiler and set the boiler to a good temperature that will open the cistern, which has the biggest puzzles. Down in the cistern they will face lots of different puzzles. They will come to an unlit room, so I think it's quite atmospheric here. And they see this very clearly, so that's the first thing they will do. But what they don't know is that it's one room is closed when the light is when the room is lit, but they will get a hint for that just here. So the lab is probably the first thing they will come into, where they get some hints here. And this bookshelf shouldn't be open, so I'm gonna see if I can close it like that. So a mysterious mask room opens only in the dark. They also know that the code to the golden door is elsewhere. So this is the golden door which is closed when the game starts. I'm gonna see if I can close it. There we go. So this is what they will see when they come. And they can't do anything more here. Just read the hints and realize that this is the door they want to get through. And I think it's important when you design puzzles that you see the goal, you see a door that you want to get through before you start solving stuff. So you want to lead the players to the goal first. And here there will be some secrets areas to explore. If you see this sign, you know that you need to look up, and then you see a little secret room here. And down here in the secret room, there is a puzzle defined here by the signs, the 5 flowers. And you might recognize these flowers. Solve to open a secret door in the lab. So that was the door the bookcase we closed before. Lamp turns on when solved. So we have a lamp here, and I'm going to tell you actually how to solve this. And the key here is to realize that you have seen these flowers before. I'm not sure if I put any more hints here. There's a mysterious pillar in the center. So this pillar is actually really important. You can see there are 3 blocks. So what does the flowers have to do with these 3 blocks? All of these flowers that we recognize from the lab. So we're gonna head right to the lab to see. And in here we have the different flowers we just saw in the cave. And if you look closely, you also see, look at my beautiful flower pots. What does the 3 blocks have to do with these flowers? Yes, you see this red one stands on the bookcase, and bookcase was one of the pillars in the middle, pillar blocks. We also had the stone brick, and that is a blue flower, while the stripped log is on a yellow flower is on the stripped log. So the yellow, the blue, and the red is the correct flowers here, because the other blocks which the white flower stood on was not in this center pillar here. So we want these 3 buttons pressed. Did it actually? Why am I? Oh, I didn't hear the switch. So you have to wait a while, but if you are sure, then you will be patient and see the lamp turn on. And that leads to the bookcase here. And this is actually not necessary to complete the cistern. It just gives you 2 different hints that might be very useful. And I will come to one hint later. And this one tells you to look in another pillar for a hint. But now to the dark room. We saw before that there was a dark room. And this room here will open up when you turn off the lights. And this room doesn't look very interesting at first. It just gives a mysterious feeling. You have these masks on the wall with different colors in them, and they actually don't do anything right now, but it's a very important and useful hint to solve the cistern, and we will come to that right now. I will just turn on the lights. The lights are on, and we know to look in a pillar for a secret from a clue before. And we see here that if you crouch under, you will find a ladder and come into a room that repeats some of the colors we saw before. And this puzzle is solved from left to right. So that's the hint. So we have to start with green, then red, blue, and yellow. And when we do that in order, this golden block will turn on, which is the golden block we saw in the lab that we want to open. But what does this color mean? Oh, remember that we have these masks that we don't see now. I will turn on this light. So each mask has a color. So green was first. Oh, okay, but what does first mean? What is this mask? Okay, so another clue that I didn't show you, but we saw it, was about the cistern has some fancy water spouts. So all of these water spouts you see on the wall, they are exactly in the shape of the masks you see in the room. So that's makes it quite mysterious, and maybe you will recognize them. So a friend tells me that green is first, and we know that this water spout is the green one from the mask room. We also get a little hint saying that all four has a button each. So on top of here there is actually a secret little button that you press, and the message you see is just the command blocks working. Players will not see this. The second one is the red one, which is this, then the blue, and lastly the green, the yellow. And you have to press them in this exact order. And that opens up this golden door. You will also see that the light is lit in this room if you have someone to verify that sits in here and tells you all the colors you need to press. They will see that this torch lights up when you press all of the buttons in the right order. So then you can proceed to the last door, and the last bit is just to realize that the toilet is the escape out of here. So you have to go into this claustrophobic little drain and swim all the way out to the finishing temple, where you have the congratulations sign, and that's basically the puzzles. And they get taken back through some credits. So that's all I wanted to show. If you have any questions, just ask. I gladly discuss puzzle designs with you, and hopefully you will find it interesting to see people solving these puzzles. So thanks for today.